Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata-sevayā bhagavati uttamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेशतनयास् तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण वा कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमापुमार्थो महा श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्रादरानापरा नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. Today is 26th June. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, entitled The Song of the Bee, the Brahmara Gita. And Uddhava is almost ready to depart from Vrindavan back to Mathura. He has given his message. He spent many months with Nanda, Yashoda, the gopis in the Vrajadham, in Vrindavan, on the instruction of the Supreme Lord. And he learned many things, primarily the topmost love of the gopis towards Kṛṣṇa, that how they cannot forget about him for a moment or a fraction of a moment. And with great humility, he is praying to become a Gulmalata, a creeper in the land of Vrindavan. And till date, if you go to Govardhan, there's a place called Uddhavakunda and Uddhavkyari on the Parikrama marg, and can go and have darshan and take waters from that holy kunda. Very nice place. So all that is done. He offered his pranam to the gopis as well, which he didn't do. He went to the residents or the women of Dwarka. Now he has almost boarded his chariot, as we read in the last verse, and took permission to go back to Mathura. There comes the next verse. Tam nirgatam samasadya nanopayana parnayaha nandadyo anuragena pravochanashrulochanaha. Translation and purport by these disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shrajiv Goswami points out that Nanda and the cowherd men did not approach Uddhava as formality. As Uddhava was about to leave, Nanda and others approached him, bearing various items of worship, With tears in their eyes, they addressed him as follows. Srila Jiva Goswami points out that Nanda and the cowherd men did not approach Uddhava as a formality, but rather out of spontaneous affection for a dear friend of Krishna's. So nice verse. So, as the person is leaving, as a dear one is leaving, in the Vedic culture, we see how the culture is so heart rendering. When a person comes, you may have seen till date at some places, when a special guest comes, and a special senior Vaishnav comes, or some great soul comes, someone dear to the heart comes, they do arati. Right? They are worshipping that person as Atithi Devo Bhava. And not just that, when a person is leaving, there's worshipping. Items they brought, Nanda Adyo Anuragena. How? Because of great Anurag. Anurag means not out of formality or ritual. No one, it was not necessary. It was not required. It was not Uddhava asked for it. It was not that if they would have not done, Uddhava would be displeased. But love means to do without being asked because there is Anurag. Anurag, special attachment. So they brought Nana Upayana. Upayana means various gifts. During Krishna's Pauganda and Kishora Avastha ages. What is Pauganda Avastha? Who knows? Anyone knows what's Pauganda meaning?
6 to 10 years, Prabhu.
6 to 10. So Kumara, Pauganda, and Kishora. Kumara is 0 to 5, Pauganda 6 to 10, and Kishora is 11 to 15, approximately. They had collected many jewels and gold coins and pearl ornaments, and during Krishna's Krishna's youth, many clothes. Now, in their feelings of separation, they lost interest in keeping those things, so they offered them as gifts to Uddhava. Jiva Goswami Vishnu Thakur is saying this in his commentary. So in short, we can also learn a few things here. Number one, when we do something, we put our heart, we put our spontaneous affection. That is Rajabhava. That is real love. Not as a formality, not as a ritual, but out of spontaneous affection for a dear friend of Krishna's. So nice. Their eyes were full of tears, Ashru Lochana. With great affection, they spoke. Let's see what they spoke. Yes, Mataji, you want to read? Radha Mataji, you want to read, please?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Okay. मनसो वृत्तयो न स्थिरो कृष्णापादाम्बुजाश्रयाः वाचोभिधा वाचोभिधायिनीर्नाम्नां कायस्थरह्वनादिषु Translation of Bhagavad Bhakti Instruction Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nanda and other cohorts said, may our mental functions always take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. May our words always chant his names. And may our bodies always bow down to him and serve him. Purport. The residents of Vrindavana were firmly convinced that even if they could not have direct association with their beloved Krishna, they would never be indifferent to him. They were all topmost pure devotees of the Lord. So in this, so devotees, they stay physically away from Krishna also, but they always want to think about Krishna from their mind, thoughts, and all the services that and leelas that Krishna did. So here Nanda Maharaj is saying that even though we miss the physical association also, but we always remember Krishna through our thoughts. That's what I can understand. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Such a beautiful verse. Thank you. This is in the important verses, so I think we should make an attempt to memorize it. If you feel inspired, if you want to make this prayer by Nanda and the other cowherd residents, cowherd community, or Rajavasis, as your prayer. May our mental functions always take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Manasa Vritti. Right now, our mental functions are taking so much shelter of other so-called shelter. Videos, money, home, family, bank balance. We take shelter. Is it not that my this will save, that will save? But where to take shelter? Krishna padambujaha ashrayah manasa vrittaya napsyu Krishna padambuja ashrayah. What about vachaha? Vachaha abhi abhidhayinihi. What? Nam. Krishna's name. May our words always chant his name. Nam. Two nams. Double is coming. Kaya. What about Kaya? The body. Kaya tat pranava adishu. Pravana. Sorry, not pranava. Pravana adishu. Bind down. Does it remind of some verse, something? Some verse?
So Krishna is saying that I'm the Pranava mantra, Prabhu. I'm the starting of the sound.
That is pranava. I said it wrong. It's pravana. That's not
Prahvana.
the connection. The
Okay.
connection I was thinking is Savai Manah Krishna Padara Vindayo. Savai Manah Krishna. Have you remembered that verse? Ambrish Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhu.
Savai Manah Krishna Padara Vindayo Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnani Karo Harer Mandir Marjina Disho Shrutim Chakar Achyuta Satkathodayi Mukunda Linga Alya Darshanam Drisho Tadbritya Gatra Sparsha Anga Sangamam Grihanam Cha Tadpada Saroj Saurabhe Srimad Tulasi Harasanam Tat Arpite Padau Harir Shri Kshetra Padanusarpane Shiro Rishikesha Padabhyavandane Kamam cha dasyana tu kama kamyaya Yatha uttama shloke janashraya ratihi. Amrish Maharaj, 3 verses. At the end of Damodar Leela, this verse comes again. Sung by whom? Nalkuvar and Manigriva. They also sing very similar verse. Very, very similar verse in the Bhagavatam itself. And here, it's not exactly same, but kind of same. Maharaj Amrish always engaged his mind in meditating upon the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. Isn't that just we read? That's what they're praying. Mind, mental functions means mind, intelligence, etc. Always engaged in taking shelter. His words describing in the glories of the Lord. Isn't that what just we read? The words always chant his names. Where bodies bow down to him and serve him. Bodies. So now he's elaborating ears in hearing the words spoken by the Lord, hands in cleansing the temple, words in describing the glories, engaged his eyes in seeing. So how different limbs of the body, legs in going to the holy places, sense of touching in embracing the devotees, sense of smell in smelling the fragrance, tongue in tasting Lord's prasad. So he's going more elaborate details, but here that's what the kaya means. What does it mean to engage body, to serve him, to bow down to him? That means using hands, legs, ears, eyes in different capacities. Sisi Bhagavatam is, these are all the pure devotees, whether it's Amrish Maharaj and the residents of Vrindavan, they are saying this. Manaso vrittayo nasyu Kṛṣṇa padambuja ashrayaha vachobhi dhayinirnamnam kayastat prahavanadishu Manaso vrittayo nasyu Kṛṣṇa padambujashrayah Kṛṣṇa padambujashrayah Vachobhi dhayinirnamnam kayastat pravanadishu. Maybe you can also recite one more time, both of you, and try to memorize also. Please try.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Manaso vrittayo nashu Krishna padambujashrayah Vachobhidhayinir namnam kayasthat pravanadishu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Yes, Mata, you want to recite?
Yes, Prabhuji. Manaso vittayo nasyo Krishna padambujashraya Vacho abhidhayinirnanam kayastat prahavanadishu.
Excellent. Now let's spend a little more time so it goes deeper. So it's an important verse which the Brajavasis are chanting. Manaso vrittayo nasyu. So this is mind. Remember the BMW? Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. You see? The Kaya is coming here, Vacha is coming here, Manasa. BMW, body, mind, words. The sannyasi also has 3 sticks. Body, mind, words. Where we need to engage? Second line is most easiest. Kṛṣṇa padambuj ashraya. What does padambuj ashraya mean? Pada means?
Krishna's lotus feet.
Yes, Pada means feet. Ambuja. Ambuja means what?
Lotus.
Lotus. Why is Ambuja called lotus?
Because it's born out of the water, I think.
Water. Water is called Ambu. Yes, thank you, Nandini Mataji. So good to see you. So Krishna's, different parts are compared to lotus many, many times. Ashraya. Krishna Padambuj Ashrayaha. So the Brajavasis are chanting that we take the shelter of the Krishna's lotus feet. So particularly the mind, manaso vrittayo nasyu, mind ka vritti, propensity, function, mind ka function, vritti is nasyu, may they take, syat, right? Syat, syu, that's the same word, root word, where imagine Krishna's lotus feet. Ignore my drawing, but just a pictorial way helps. Vacho. Vacho bhi dhainir namnam. Words in glorifying his name. Using our words, vacho bhi dhainir namnam. And kayas tat pravanadishu, in serving. Body in engaging in serving. This is an important word, therefore we're spending a little more time.
What is abhidhayini?
Vidhainir is expressing or glorifying. Dhainir. Vandan, let's see if there are other words here, connection to this. Expressing. So words are used to express or glorify. What are we using our words to glorify? Krishna's name. That is the prayer. I don't know how to break it further. Abhidhaini. Expression. Speaking. Expression. Let's see. There's interesting. Wow. We didn't know that. This is exactly the same in Chaitanya Caritāmṛta Adi Leela. Isn't that beautiful? Often they mention it sometimes, but looks like many important verses are repeated in Chaitanya Caritāmṛta. So this is one of them. This is a prayer which we can make as a personal prayer. May our mind be always manasa vritti Krishna padambuja ashrayaha. May our mind always take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Vacho abhidhainir namnam. Chant his name, glorify his name, express his holy name. And the best way is to chant Hare Krishna. And then the last one, manaso, vacho, and kayo. Kayo, how?
Offer
Right?
obeisances.
Bowing down. Pravanadishu. Pravanadishu. To bow down. Pravanadishu. So what does the word pravana means? Bow down. So we can use an adi. Adi means etc. Right? Adishu. So bow down, cook for Krishna, make garland for him, go to holy places using our legs. So we can use, as Amrish Maharaj was saying, we can use all the legs to go to eyes to see Krishna. So Nanda and others are basically combining all that. Okay, bow down, etc. Okay, now let's try without seeing. See how much we recollect. Anyone wants to try? Okay, I'll try to fill in the blank. Sai. Manaso. Help me. Who wants to try? Manaso. Okay, let's one time do it together. It will help. Let's write it down. If you have a paper pen or electronic paper pen, whatever, write it down. It will help. Let's do it together. I'm sharing my screen. Manaso. What was the first word? What is the vrittayaha? No, the vrittayaha. What? Anyone recalls?
Sya anu
Anusya.
anuyaya no
Kṛṣṇa padam
pada ravinda
ambuja
ambuja ashraya
ashrayaha manaso vrittaya nusya manasa vrittayo nasyu syat Kṛṣṇa padambuja ashrayaha. And then there is discussion about vachaso, right? Vacho. One word is nam.
something nam.
And then abhidhayanir namnam.
Abhidhaini, right? Expressing through our words His holy name. So we covered the mind, we covered the words. What's next? Kaya, right? Kayas tat
Pravaha
pra Ravana. 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 That means bind down, etc. Adishu. Does that help now? When we write down, it helps, it goes deeper. At least we recall more. Manaso vrittaya nusyu. In case missed anything. Let's go back. Manaso vrittayo nasyu. Kṛṣṇa padambuja ashrayaha. Vacho abhidhaini namnam. Kayastat pravanadishu. And let the English also go. Manaso, oh my mind, please engage in the lotus feet of the Lord. Please engage yourself in the lotus feet of the Kṛṣṇa. Manaso vrittayo nyasyu. So a lot of O is Manaso vrittayo. Vacho abhidhainir namnam. Vacho abhidhainir namnam. Kayastat pravanadishu. Kayastat pravanadishu. Okay. And last time, anyone wants to try? Either seeing or without seeing? And this really helps to, keep our brains active also, because these days we don't try to memorize things. It has been scientifically proven also, those who put pressure to memorize things, they have, their brain stays active for a much longer duration of life. Yes, Mataji.
I can try with somebody else. I don't want to see it.
Okay. Yes, Mataji.
Somebody else, please help me if I go wrong.
Sure.
Anybody is welcome. Manasaho vacho no vrittyo syu something.
Yes.
Kṛṣṇa pada ravinda ambuja ashrayaha. I don't know if there's a word Krishna or not.
Krishna is there, yes.
Okay, Krishna Padaravinda Ambujo Ashrayaha Manasaha Abhidayine.
No, Manas ho gaya.
अच्छा मनसा हो गया तो फिर काया
Vacho.
काया अभिधायिने
No, vacho.
वाचो अभिधाय
Abhidhayani means expression.
एक्सप्रेशन अभिधायिने एक्सप्रेशन
Vacho.
वाचो अभिधायिने
To glorify through our words. What are we glorifying?
नाम नाम नो
Nam. Mhm.
नाम नाम ओके अभिधायिने नाम नाम
Then the last.
काया
Kayas.
प्रवहना प्रवना आदिशु
Adishu. Tat pravana adishu. Very nice.
तत्प्रवण आदिशु थैंक
Yeah. Arvinda word is not there. Pada. Padambuj ashraya.
थैंक यू सॉरी
No, that's all good. You did so nice. So please do a little more practice before you sleep and the weekend, and this will become your friend. This verse will become your friend. Share it with someone, your friend, relative, anyone. Beautiful verse. And it's in the list of the important verses also. So, and very, very nice prayer. Nanda, what is the context? Nanda and the other cowherd people are saying this out of great love and affection. Uddhava is about to leave Vrindavan and go back. So their heart, not as a formality, with spontaneous affection, they are saying this. Manaso vrittayo nasyo Krishna padambujash vacho abhidhayini namnam kayastat pravanadishu. They were firmly convinced that even if they could not have direct association with their beloved Krishna, they would never be indifferent to him. Isn't that amazing? I was hearing a class by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. We are always wanting direct service, direct association. And if we don't get that, sometimes we may become indifferent. But here the residents are thinking, even if we do not get a direct association, we would never become indifferent. Rather, our mind, our body, our words, everything will always be dedicated towards Krishna Padambuja Ashraya. That is topmost pure devotee. Not looking, oh, I want direct association only. If I don't get, Maharaj was explaining, many, many disciples of Prabhupada had very close direct association of Prabhupada while Prabhupada was present. But as Prabhupada left and wrapped up his earthly pastimes, then those devotees also were not seen much after Prabhupada's physical departure. And there, on the other hand, there are devotees who met Prabhupada or saw him for a distance, saw him from a distance, or met just once, twice, and that too for a few exchanges. They are till date serving Prabhupada as their life and soul. They have engaged their body in serving him in different ways. Their mind is always thinking about Prabhupada, Guru, his glories, and their words are always glorifying Guru and Krishna. Their mind is always thinking about Krishna. This is a great lesson for us, that we should also, if we don't get direct association of sometimes spiritual master. Just yesterday, I think we heard His Holiness Dhirasanta Goswami Maharaj left his world. Another great soul in Prabhupada's movement, a great guru, a great, I used to subscribe to his articles, very nice, thoughtful articles he used to share. I was quite pained and sad to hear that news. But it's the law of this world. As Prabhupada disciples are leaving one by one, it's unfortunate for for the world that such great generals in Prabhupada's army are leaving. But one should not become indifferent to serving Krishna or Guru in their physical absence. Any other thoughts, comments? Nandini Mataji, you want to read next verse?
Yes, Prabhu. Karma bhi bir brahmya ma nanam karma bhi brahmya mananam yatra vakpishwarechaya mangalacharitairtane ratirnaha Krishna Ishware. Synonym and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's disciples. Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Wherever we are made to wander about this world by the Supreme Lord's will, in accordance with the reactions to our fruitive work, may our good works and charity always grant us love for Lord Krishna. Shall I add a couple of lines, Prabhu?
Sure, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva. In the whole 14 worlds, we could be wandering anywhere. It's because of the karma, our work that we have performed, and we are getting reaction. So we are praying that may our good works and charity, something good we may have done, something little in some lifetime, because of association with devotees or because of agyat sukruti, we may have done, always grant us love for God, Lord Krishna. So only the use is that we get little bit of love for Krishna. Otherwise, what's the use? Haribol.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mataji. That's a perfection of charity. That's a perfection of karma. That's a perfection of everything. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. The work, the charity, the wandering about in this world which does not satisfy Krishna. That is Shrama eva hi kevalam. But if it satisfies Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna, then it becomes transcendental. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. That's what the Vrajavasis are praying. Yes, some more context here. The Vrajavasis are saying we understand that abundant affection and care we previously showed Krishna now appear to have been artificial, since even his absence we remain alive. They're saying, actually, when Uddhava came, they were saying if we really loved Krishna, we should have been like gone or like been dead practically the moment he left. They're saying actually we don't love him. King Dashrath was actually the only real father. Nanda is saying this. You know, this Dashrath Maharaj story, you all know. Because he immediately died upon hearing that his son, Lord Ram, had gone away. We, on the other hand, do not have even a trace of love for our son Krishna. Therefore, this omniscient son of ours has rejected us as an unqualified parent. Being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has used his inconceivable ingenuity to make Devaki and Vasudeva his parents instead. Therefore, Yashoda and I should be completely condemned as the most unfortunate persons in the three worlds. Nevertheless, perhaps in some future lifetime, we may become aware of Krishna as he is and become attached to him. Wow. Isn't that so like heart-rendering and heart-touching? They are the topmost devotees. They are the first-class devotees. There's no one better than him in the Vatsalya Rasa. And they are saying that our love is fake, our love is artificial. Look at Dashrath Maharaj. He left his body the moment he realized that the Ram is gone and he won't return. I was watching Ramayana with my friend a few days back, seeing that how Dashrath was waiting. Maybe Sumantra has not yet returned. Sumantra was the mantri, a close associate of Dashrath, who had gone to, take Lord Ram. And he was with Lord Ram for quite a while, at least the initial few days till they met Guha, Nishadra, etc. So the Shruti still some had some hope that maybe Sumantra will convince and somehow he will bring Lord Ram back. He'll bring my child back. But and Ram also knew that till Sumantra does not go back and give the news that Ram is gone, Kekai won't be like fully convinced that Ram is gone, and Dashrath will not be fully convinced either, and will have still some trace of hope that Ram is going to come. But when Sumantra returned, Dashrath left. That is, but here they're saying in this life, we couldn't become his true, genuine parents. But maybe by the wandering karma bhi brahma, we are all wandering. Brahma, of course, pure devotees do not wander because of their karma, but a pure devotee never considers himself or herself that I am a pure devotee and I am not going to wander. They think I am lower than a stool in the worm in the stool. Maybe in some lifetime while wandering, we may get some good fortune of genuinely remembering Krishna. This is the prayer. Mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatat bhakti rahetu ki tvai. In some, they're also saying the same thing. Rati Krishne Ishware. May our work, our charity grant us love towards Krishna. Love means bhakti, love means devotion in some lifetime. Out of great love, may our mind, our senses be absorbed in thinking about Him. This is called the predominance of the Sanchari Bhava of Dainya. Dainya means humility. Moreover, the nature of those who possess Krishna Prem is in the friendly Sakhya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, or conjugal mood Madhurya Rasa to become indifferent to themselves as repositories, ashraya, alambana of love or love's object. Krishna, due to the extreme hopelessness they feel in separation of Krishna, hence in excessive humility they forget their proper mood. Instead, they take mood of servitude or dasya bhav. This is quite esoteric. This is called the Sanchari Bhav of Dainya. Sometimes they may forget their true mood. Like a parent, they won't say, I take shelter of lotus feet of my child, right? So excessive humility, they may forget and this is also an enhancement of their love. An example of the Sakhya turning into Dasya is as follows. When Balaram, near the end of the Brahma Vimohan Leela, thought that this Krishna, being aloof, is not even now confiding in us, he developed Dasya Bhav and said, Prayo Mayastu me Bhratur. This must be the Maya of my Lord, Bhagavatam 10:13-37. An example of Dasya Bhav in the Madhurya Rasa is as follows. Radharani said, Na tatha ramana prishta, O master, O enjoyer, bring this wretched maidservant to you. Does Krishna ever talk about us as maidservants? So they are calling themselves as maidservants many times, in short. Dasya bhav and vatsalya. Vatsalya is parental. May our mental functions always take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Which verse is that? May our mental functions always take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. The verse below, the verse before we just read today. May our mental functions take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Manaso vrittayo nasyu Krishna padambuja shrayaha. Right? You recall that? That is also the dasya bhav in the vatsalya bhava. So they are in the great state of ecstasy. It's not that they gave up the parental affection or relationship. Due to being overcome with an awareness of Krishna's opulence. You are not actually our sons. Okay. Aishwarya Jnana. So this is a temporarily called the Sanchari Bhav of Danya. Any thoughts, comments here? So there are 2 more verses. Which
If
may
you
be.
want, yeah, if you want, we can finish the chapter.
You can finish? Okay, let's do it. Yes, Mata, you want to read, Sarva Mataji? Nandini Mataji, you can read.
Yes,
Are you in a position?
yes, I am in position, but
Okay.
are you asking that, Mataji?
You can read one, she can read next one. That's fine.
Sure. Surma Mataji, thank you. Evam sabhajito gope Krishna bhaktya naradhipa Uddhava punarakacham Mathuram Krishna palitam. Translation by disciples of Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sukadev Goswami continued, O ruler of men, thus honored by the cowherd men with expressions of devotion for Lord Krishna, Uddhava went back to the city of Mathura, which was under Krishna's protection. Purport: the word Krishna Palitam indicates that even though Uddhava became quite attached to the land of Vrindavan, he returned to Mathura because Sri Krishna was personally displaying his transcendental pastimes there. So this is very, we get so attached to devotees. And this verse shows us that Uddhava went back. Sometimes we travel from one city to another city and we start thinking about the devotees, but then we come back, we start thinking about our like Alachua, we start thinking about Radha Shyam Sundar, and we can't wait to get back to Radha Shyam Sundar and the temple and darshanarti. So this is similarly, Uddhava is so much more attached to Lord Krishna than we are, and Uddhava is very special. He even looked like Krishna. And what to speak of their closeness. So, of course, he was missing Krishna and he went back to Mathura. Hare Krishna. You can add, Prabhu.
Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you for your sweet example of Radha Shyam Sundar. So Uddhava has spent many months here as per the instruction of none other than Kṛṣṇa himself to pacify Vrajavasis, primarily Nanda, Yashoda, and the cowherd women. So now he accepted the gifts and the reception or the farewell. Accepting gifts, accepting welcome, accepting farewell is also a sign of love. He didn't say, like sometimes, like love is such a thing that the person wants to do more and more, and the other person wants to do more and more. This is mutual reciprocal relationship. So love often sometimes means by accepting also. And like I recall, like sometimes devotees want to feed you. And if you say, no, I don't want to eat anything, I'm fasting and this and that. If you're generally fasting, it's one thing, but if they're offering with so much love, even if you take something, they'll feel so happy because they have made with so much love. Even if you don't want to eat or you want to eat the next day or a few hours later, still they will feel so happy. I've seen so many times they feel so happy. Sometimes it could be by spending time. Sometimes it could be by accepting. And like I remember when I went to India, my grandmother, although she's so old, but she said, "Oh, I want to let me put oil on your head because you are not taking care of yourself." Because she's old, and I said, "Okay, let me, massage your feet. I'll feel more happy doing that." And she said, No, you are just a small child. You don't know anything. Let me do it for you. And I said, okay, if that pleases you. So she put oil, and she was so happy. And I was happy, and she was happy. So sometimes accepting that reciprocation gives a lot of joy also to the other person. And that's what we see here. That Uddhava was, they gave nice farewell, and now he has went back. He came back to Mathura. Kṛṣṇa palitam, as Mataji was saying, Kṛṣṇa palitam. Kṛṣṇa is personally present and taking care of Mathura, Krishna's protection. So we always need to be under Krishna's protection. And Uddhava, being a close associate of Krishna, didn't want to be in separation. He did his service more than what Krishna would have thought or told. And now he wants to come back home. Last verse. Yes, Shro Mataji, please, of this chapter. You want to read? Please, Mataji. Can't hear you. Are you speaking?
Hear me now?
Yes.
Krishnaya pranipatyaha bhaktyundrikam vrajatakam vasudevaya ramaya ragye chopayananyadat. Translation by the disciples of Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. After falling down to pay his homage, Uddhava described to Lord Krishna the immense devotion of the residents of Vraja. Uddhava also described it to Vasudev, Lord Balaram, Lord Balaram, and King Ugrasen, and presented to them the gifts of tribute he had brought with him. Purport. This ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 47th chapter of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled The Song of the Bee.
Very well. So Krishna is, Uddhava is now united back with his dearmost Krishna, then exchanging and describe. First he offered pranam, see? Then offered different paraphernalia, gifts to Balramji, was Ugrasena, all the things they must have given. Okay, please give this to Balram, give this to Ugrasena, give this to Vasudev, and the other associates of the Lord. And also describing the immense devotion. That was the main thing Uddhava had learned. So back to full circle now. Uddhava went in the last chapter, gave the message, spent almost 3-4 months, now coming back. Krishna Palita. Your father Nanda Maharaj, Uddhava says, was so much bewildered in your absence that his mind would concentrate on you. Overwhelming attraction. Mother Yashoda choked up. She could not say anything. Krishna lost his control and his senses, cried loudly in the midst of public assembly. That night, in a secluded place, Uddhava revealed to Krishna the blazing subterranean fire of the gopis' love for him. After Uddhava related to Krishna just one day of the divine madness, Divyonmada of Sri Radha, the crown jewel of his dear gopis, her wonderful prattling Chitra Jalpa, Krishna stayed up the whole night, burning with the fever in separation from Sri Radhika. This is love and separation. Thank you so much for a wonderful reading of this chapter. Granthra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrī Prabhupada ki jai, Samvik Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Krishna
Kripasindhubhyo
Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vash.
Vishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please memorize that verse, like 66, and meditate upon that this weekend. So we can also think of Krishna through our mind, talk about his name, and through our body engage in offering pranam and other services. Haribol, thank you.